All right, so I'm not sure if you've heard this, but Buster Olney did report today that the Yankees have had discussions internally about bringing in Matt Chapman from the Oakland A's to be a stopgap shortstop until one of their guys is ready or whatnot. So, Volpe, Peraza, and so on. He talked about he thinks they're going to get either Chapman or Matt Olson. Now, personally, I think it would be best to keep those talks internal and not take them any further. Would you rather trade a lot of guys or a good package, because he's going to cost money? Matt Chapman's got 2 controllable years left, and he's a top-end player. Would you rather pay a top package to have a guy come over here and play out of position? Or would you rather pay that a top package for a guy like Matt Olson who will come over here and play a natural first base? And if there's a way you can keep Oswald Peraza out of a trade, then you have elite defense at shortstop, and you still have most likely your elite defense there at third base with Gio Urshela. To me, the Matt Olson trade is more logical in a lot of ways. One, it addresses the lack of lefty offense. It also addresses the lack of long-term first base option here. The Yankees have Gio. They don't really need Chapman. And again, if there's a way they can get Matt Olson without giving up Oswald Peraza, they don't need Matt Chapman either. So, they don't need him over here for shortstop. So, and I said that to me, this is a no-brainer in my opinion. Now, would it be nice to get Chapman and Matt Olson? Sure. But if I'm going for Matt Olson plus someone else, it's either going to be a pitcher or Sean Murphy, the catcher from the A's, if there's any way. And again, you would have to give up a boatload, and they're going to have to be willing to do that. But at this point, I think Matt Olson is the smarter move. He addresses the bigger need in multiple ways: first base, lefty, elite defender, and so on. And also a year younger than Matt Chapman. He's 27. Chapman's 28. So, you guys let me know what you think. I found it interesting that they were talking about potentially bringing him over. I just don't see the point. And what if you gave up Oswald Peraza in that juncture? For a stopgap guy, it doesn't make any sense. If there's a way you can keep Peraza and then have Volpe a year from now too, you've gotten better. Especially if they keep progressing the way that they progress. So they've been progressing, and you'd have a hell of a much better infield. So, and that's, and the other emphasis of run prevention late in games or just throughout the games would be more prominent too, because you'd have significantly improved your defense. And if there's a way you can include, and I like Larry Torres, but if there's a way you can include Torres in a trade for Olsen instead of Peraza, I would do that. I think Torres' ceiling's probably already been hit here, and I think he'd be a better fit in Oakland, personally. But that's that's what we're hearing right now. And they had these internal discussions, I don't know how long ago, and whether it's still ongoing, because they can do that right now. But it's internal. But when you hear that type of stuff, it makes you think. It makes me wonder, why? I don't understand. I just don't see how it would make them better than getting Matt Olson here. Guys, let me know what you think. By the way, if you're a Yankee fan, make sure you subscribe to this channel for great Yankee content. If you're a baseball fan in general, make sure you subscribe either way. Hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss any of the videos, and always look in the description below for updated stuff and content and recent videos and stuff like that. I've got a bunch of trade proposals for a bunch of teams that I'm putting out, so you're not going to want to miss those. And but give me your insight on this. Do you think it makes sense? Would you do Olsen instead? And would you do Olsen over Freeman? I would do Olsen over Freeman. Freeman's great, but I think he's going to start his decline years really soon, and he's going to cost a boatload of money. And even if you gave, you added 5 years onto Olsen's deal. He's 5 years younger than Freeman. 5 years into the deal, then he's approaching Freeman's age. That's the way I look at it too. So I go with Olsen every day. If they wound up with Freeman, okay, as long as he stays healthy and productive, sure. But Olsen's my first pick. And then personally, it's Rizzo, then Freeman, in my opinion. But guys, let me know what you think there. Is Olsen the right guy for first base? Is Chapman a fit anywhere? Is he a better fit at third base than Gio is? Because Gio's also an elite defender. Why pay, a lot for Chapman and prospects when you have Gio who can pretty much do the same thing? So let's get into this, guys. Let me know what you think.